you. Is that a rhinoceros horn, or you just have to be... See, I'm so scared I can't even finish my lame joke.
I'm back with another game review. Today we're going to do Ultimate Spider-Man on the GameCube. It's an underrated gem in the series, and I'm going to tell you why. Everyone loves Spider-Man games. You know, Spider-Man PS4, Spider-Man 2, the movie tie-in game, Shattered Dimensions, Web of Shadows, all very popular games. This game is very similar in a lot of ways to Spider-Man 2. It came out almost like right after it, I think like a year after, in like 2005. But it has a lot of things going for it that's super unique for not only a Spider-Man game, but for a comic book game as well. It's straight off the comic book in a way I've never seen before. Has shell-shaded graphics that have aged really well, as well as a lot of unique villains that, you know, usually a big cast of villains doesn't get put into a game like this, as well as you get to play as one of them. So I'm going to show you a little bit about that. So this game has direct connection to the Ultimate Marvel comics. The Ultimate Marvel comic universe was a comic line in the early 2000s that had more dark Marvel comics. They were really popular for a little while with Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Wolverine, Ultimate Venom, and Ultimate Human Torch all being in this game. I don't want to spoil too much of the story because I think it's really good for a comic book video game. They use the inspiration straight from the actual comic book, writing-wise. It's a little different, but it's pretty much the same story arc in the comic book as it is in the video game. Obviously, they got to add some extra stuff because you play as Venom so much in the game. In this game, you play two separate stories. You play Spider-Man's and Venom's, and they intertwine each other as the story progresses. The game has two different types of gameplay cycles. There's a day cycle and a night cycle. And most of the time during the day cycle, you're playing as Spider-Man against his classic villains, the classic Spider-Man gameplay where you're stopping small petty crime, saving people from windows, as well as fighting guys like the Green Goblin, fighting Electro, as well as fighting Venom whenever you can. On Venom's side, it's mostly during the nighttime, and Venom is like GTA. He can kill almost everybody. He sucks people's life force to gain health, and his health is continuously going down as the time goes on. This duality between the two different types of gameplay styles in Ultimate Spider-Man keeps the gameplay really fresh.
Nice mess.
Let's go through some things I like about the game. Really like the art style, how you feel like you're in a comic book. The game looks beautiful, it still ages and holds up well. Also really like the map. It's impressive they got this on the GameCube. It's actually a lot bigger than you initially think it is. You can really swing for a while, and it has the two different parts of like Manhattan and Queens for Spider-Man. There's a couple boss battles I really like in the game as well. Green Goblin versus Spider-Man, Spider-Man versus Venom a couple times is really cool. Each one's a little different. And Wolverine versus Venom. And the game is very hack and slashy like the other Spider-Man games. But there's some cool little parts in it where you have to use some strategy around the game's environment to beat these villains. And they do a really good job of doing that in the game and pulling that off.
Brock, you are not going to kill me. Do you hear me in there? You are not going to kill me.
And a couple things I don't like about the game that much is, number one, I think some of the Venom missions are way too hard and they're tedious. You have to keep like watching your health bar and not just enjoying being like this wrecking ball, kind of like a Hulk Ultimate Destruction in a way. You have to watch your health bar and keep sucking life force out of enemies, and it can get a little tedious. He actually dies really quickly if you don't pay attention, and I think it takes away some of the fun of being Venom. I also find that the time trials and the racing against the Human Torch is very difficult in the game. The swinging is just not very precise, and he's extremely accurate with his flight paths. It's really hard to come back and beat him once you get behind, and it's something that I lost too many times and had to try over and over again to beat him, which takes a little bit of enjoyment out of the game, especially how it's supposed to be more of like an arcadey game. With how difficult this race is, it kind of throws off the vibe sometimes. If I had to give Ultimate Spider-Man a rating, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. One of the more elite Spider-Man games out there. Great open world, great art, aged well, cool little gimmick with Venom. On top of that, you know, lots of great villains and overall fun collectibles to have in the game. And for being a retro video game for the GameCube, it's actually pretty decently priced. GameCube games have been shooting up like crazy. This port of the game is a little bit more expensive than other ones. I believe it's around $40 or $50 right now at the time of the video, but it's worth it. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't overstay its welcome, but it's always a blast when you're playing it. And thanks for checking out the whole video there. I'm always happy to talk about Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite heroes. I don't have many of his games in my collection, but this one's really special, and I think it's an underrated gem, so definitely check it out. And thanks for swinging by.
Ta-da!
You scared me.
You done with my butt, hole yet? There's an idiot causing trouble a few blocks from here. I need to skedaddle.